I'm here with the lovely and talented Tom Jones, who you're on my program tonight. You had your own program. I used to watch your program.
Yeah, it was on ABC.
Right.
It was 1969, 70, and 71. It ran 3 years.
Absolutely. It was a fine show. I used to enjoy that very much. Now, did they hassle you? Because you've always been kind of on the edge with that swivel hip action going.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know.
Yeah, there was a censor on. She used to watch me because we did the shows from London in England, and so this American lady would sit there,
right,
knitting. So it reminded me of the French Revolution, you know, when that woman was knitting and the guillotine would come down and.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, oh, you know, any minute it's good. If I do something wrong, it's going to be.
You're going to take the head off.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get around her? Did you just?
I remember one time I was doing Satisfaction, you know, the Stone Satisfaction.
Right.
And the director said, that, you know, the censor says that you can't do that like that. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you're either going to change the song or change the moves because the way you're moving and singing Satisfaction, she thinks that you can't get sexual satisfaction.
And
I said, well, yeah, if she only knew. But no, but it was things like that. And then there was the other problem that we used to have was the black and white situation. If there was a black guest on,
right,
a female, and I was doing duets, we had to be careful on what songs we picked. Because of, I remember I wanted to sing Passing Strangers,
right, with
Nancy Wilson. And the censor said that we didn't tell Nancy Wilson this, mind, by the way.
Right.
So she would have gone nuts, exactly. But
yeah.
I mean, she would have really gone.
I don't blame her. Yeah,
no,
I'm shocked that was even a.
And they said, you know, Passing Strangers is like it's about lovers. And I said, well, of course, that's what the song's about. And they said, well, you'll have to pick another song because.
It was always those things. The Stones had to sing, "Let's spend some time together,"
yeah,
or something like
but
that.
It was terrible things that we had to. And I mean, if you sort of say, well, I'm not going to do that, then you wouldn't be on television.
Right.
You know, I mean, it would be over.
Things have changed so dramatically now. I mean,
yeah, but we had to work around it, you know.
You know, the only other singer that I like in those kinds of situations too is that we have a photo of this. I want you to take a look at and tell me what you think. This is you with that's obviously Elvis Presley, and the woman there is something fell on her head. But
yeah,
yes,
well, she changed the hairstyle after that.
Yes, I'm sure she did. Yeah. But you and the King had so much in common, and yet when such that you held it together, and suddenly he went off, you know, with the big jumpsuit and the sideburns and the glasses and the bloated and the sandwiches. Yeah. And but how did you hold it? You held it together, man.
Well, it was with Elvis. His biggest problem was the drug situation. You see?
I see.
Which I never bothered with. You know, it never had any appeal to me at all.
Right. Except for the NyQuil.
Well, yeah.
I love the NyQuil.
But I enjoy a drink, you know, that's as far as I really do enjoy. I like a drink. You know, I get high in the old-fashioned way.
Exactly, a little highball, a little kick it back,
yeah,
sure.
Exactly, but, you know, that's what killed Elvis, was the drugs.
Was just the drugs. Because I was thinking, we're going to make a Tom Jones stamp. But we're thinking young, handsome Tom Jones, or, okay, the handsome Tom Jones now. There's no, like, bloated Tom Jones to deal with. There's no, you never went through that stage where you just lost your mind. And went
not completely, no.
Right, exactly. And you kept it through that. Was hanging out with him, could you relate to him in that way, or was he that far gone by then?
Only towards the end. You know, I met him in 1965 when I first came over.
Right.
And he was fine then. That picture was taken in 68, the one we were looking at.
Right. Did you ever show him some moves? Because you got some moves. I remember I used to start your show? You come out, you grab that microphone, why, you know, the whole thing.
Well, in 68, that's why he was there. That picture was taken in Las Vegas.
Oh, he came by the program.
And yeah, he used to watch me work in Vegas because he had bombed there in the 50s. And he had wanted he wanted to find out what would make it work for him, so he felt that we were similar. And if he watched me work, he might sort of be able to...
And did you show him a couple of things?
Well, a couple of things, yeah, you know, so we used to bounce off one another. And after a while, I'd watch him, he'd watch me, and we had this sort of, when he said it himself, we had a mutual admiration society going.
That's terrific.
And it was great, but we were great friends, and we got on really well together.
Someday you got to show me a move or two, because all I got is I got a moron walk. And that's it. I walk around like an idiot. That's all. Okay. But if you can show me some of those things. Now you're later on you're going to be performing on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch you there.
Yeah.
Settle down.
Just before I forget, there's a question I'd like to ask you.
A question for me?
Yeah.
Sagittarius. Thank you, David Tell.
Wait a minute, what was that? Because I heard a story
All right.
that you were out with 9 Inch Nails in
Where did you hear that?
a friend of mine told me.
All right.
And you were out with 9 Inch Nails in Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
and you went to a club.
Yes, we went to a club.
So what happened then? I mean, is it true what they say or what?
We had a couple of highballs, as I like to do, and then we went, I guess, over to an old age home and brought them meals.
Well, it wasn't like, I didn't hear it like that.
Oh, really? We went to the Claremont Lounge. Yeah. Have you been there?
No, no.
The Claremont Lounge is a place where large, full-breasted people show you their full-breastedness.
And I heard somebody beat you up, somebody hit you with something, or it was a
Well, not only do they show you their full-breastedness, but they actually batter you with it. and that's what happened.
I can't wait to go there.
Have you been there yet?
No.
Well, we must go because they have moves to show both of us.
Okay, great.
And man, I must be up to 180 right now. This is unbelievable. Tom, thank you so much.
Okay.
It's such a pleasure. And, I look forward to doing this again. Coming up, we got Chris Notes, so stick around. We got a lot more. We'll be right back.